Shalom, with the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the true Jews according to the Bible. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization. You know, today is Monday night history class. We have to understand that history is a very, very critical thing in society. Because the last time we checked, the oppressor, he had his hands in each and every historical book, culture, tradition, worldwide, internationally. And what we do in this school is we bring out the truth regardless of how anybody else feels about it. Because we know when it comes to the school system, the colleges, I mean, what our parents know what we once knew, we all knew exactly what the oppressor wanted us to know. You know, the oppressor would not tell you that in Revelation Christ is a black man. And, you know, the oppressor wouldn't tell you that Moses is a Haitian. The oppressor wouldn't tell you that the Mexican is in the Bible. The oppressor wouldn't tell you that. You know why? It's because the oppressor know once we realize and wake up to who we really are, we are dangerous as a unit. Right. We're dangerous as a culture because they don't have a book. Matter of fact, they do have books, but it's fairy tales, it's horror movies, right. It's things that really there ain't no truth in it. You know, mystery movies, Disney Channel and stuff like that. You know, but what I'm going to do today is show you that the Hispanic and Native Indians and Black are the same people, and Hispanics went through the same transatlantic slave trade, but earlier than us, all through South America, South and Central America, all the way to the islands, you know what I'm saying, to Jamaica and all of that. I'm going to show you that the Hispanics went through the same thing, pick cotton, pick strawberry. The Mexicans got hung from a tree just like us. You know, the Puerto Ricans, they've been enslaved and put in captivity and everything else. Jamaicans also. But what I'm going to do, I'm just run down the list real quick just so everybody can hear who they are according to these tribes. And then I'm going to go straight into this article. So you got the Aztecs, which is the Mexican. Then, you know, you got the largest part of the Incas, which is, you know, that's located in western South America, you know, Peru, Ecuador, western South Central Bolivia, Argentina, Colombia, and large portion of Chile. Then you got the Mayans, which Guatemalan, Belize, Western Honduras, Salvadorian, Nicaragua, portions of Mexico, and I can't pronounce the other two names, but it's in Mexico. Right. Then you got, where we at? Okay, yeah, so I got all those. And then, you know, for the Puerto Ricans that feel as if they missed out, you know, the Puerto Ricans and Cubans and the brothers and sisters that's on the, what is it? The island of Hispaniola, those are the Taino Indians. So all those people have been in captivity just like us, just a lot sooner. And what this brother's going to pull in 2nd Ezra 13 and 40, right. We're going to show you that these people, these great people left before the transatlantic slave trade, and they came to America. Right. So when you hear people talking about this, well, what do they call it? They call it some bull crap. You know, saying it's an ice something. It's an ice something where the people from the eastern side of Russia came on this is an ice bridge
like the Bering Strait.
Yes, the Bering Strait. Yeah, coming from the Bering Strait all the way to Alaska and then walked all the way over here. But it's kind of crazy and ironic that when you look into South America and all these people that fill that whole gap, why would they walk past America to start at the bottom, right? To come all the way up. Us N-words and Hispanics and Native Indians. Look, we were hard-working people, but we try to make work as simple as possible. Right. I mean, as simple as possible. And that there's nothing simple about moving from a good vacant area to go across water, God boy. Right. I got to swim across water when I got all these planes in Buffalo to go to another landmass. Right. That's simple. Right. That's simple, man. Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser the king of Assyria led away captive.
Now Assyria is the so-called Arabs, or you know, you can look at kings and it's called Medes, is Mendes. Those are the Arabs. And again, once again, we went into a sub-Saharan slave trade. Right. You know, and don't quote me just yet, but I don't think it was the same time frame, it was a different era, but we also went to captivity, black people, up under the Arabs. Go ahead.
Right. And he carried them over the waters.
Over the water. Now, for the fake Israelites that always say, oh, everybody in Israel is black. There ain't no Hispanic or Native Indians. You know, these people, those people are heathens.
Right.
But when it say carry over the water, I mean, in the 1600s, there weren't no airplanes, and that was just yesterday.
Right.
So carried over the water, how would they get from one land mass all the way to America? Mm-hmm. And I got the math behind it too. I'm gonna look it up because y'all gonna be surprised. Go ahead.
And so came they into another land.
And came into another land. Go ahead.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into further country where never mankind dwelt.
So the country that never mankind dwelt. If anybody know anything about history,
right,
when it comes from Jerusalem, yes, that's the mother of Israel. But the Fertile Crescent, where the 4 major rivers go inside this one portion of this country, that's where everything started. So this whole landmass from Africa, Europe, Asia, and everything like that, it was already taken. There was only one landmass that was vacant, and that was America. Nobody has been to America yet. And we creeping up onto this article that I'm gonna actually bring out. Go ahead.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates.
Euphrates, go ahead.
By the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and had stilled the flood till they were passed over.
All right.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth.
Arsareth. Now, Arsareth, this is Christopher Columbus right here. Let me read into it. This article comes from Committed to Bettering the World, whatever kind of title that is.
Right.
But the Arsareth America, home of the Israelites. And this article came out in 2016. The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitants of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses, until the time of restoration. According to, I can't read the whole, you know what I mean, the Roman numeral, but yeah, such and such, Columbus identified America with this land. So when he was sitting here reading the Apocrypha, the whole thing with Arsareth came up, and now we're going to another article. It's going to be a whole lot of articles because you got to dig and search for this information. They just not going to put it in your face.
Right.
So this article right here is the Christian story. Columbus and Christianity. Contrary to the legend, Columbus did not sail to prove Earth was round. Most educated Europeans and mariners already knew that. Columbus estimated the size of the Atlantic Ocean partially from reading his Bible. He had read the second book of Ezra in the Apocrypha, that God created the world in 7 parts, 6 of them dry, land and the 7th water. He thus calculated that the ocean separating Portugal and Japan was 1/7 of the world's circumference, or about 2,400 miles. He figured that by sailing 100 miles per day, he would reach the Indies in 30 days. So that brings me to my next one. Well, what was that next precept?
Deuteronomy 28:32.
No, it should be
28:15.
It should be another Ezra.
6 and 42.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So I read 2 articles, and it's the truth. Because who talks about the Apocrypha?
Right.
Nobody. And Christopher Columbus was reading that, and that's how he found the land.
Right.
So for all the people and all these conspiracy theorists saying, oh, there's an ice wall. It's like we're in the globe. It's life outside of Antarctica. No, it's not. It is nothing but a big iceberg. That's all it is. There's no life on it. You know, there's no germs on it. There's no plant on it. There's no life or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't even live out there for 30 days.
Right.
You know, comfortably.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 42. Upon the 3rd day, thou didst command that the water should be gathered in the 7th part of the earth.
So the 7th part. So everybody right now says it's 7 continents, but it's only 6. The 7th part is Antarctica. Go ahead.
6 parts hast thou dried up.
So you got Europe, you got Asia, you got Africa, North and South America. Hold on, Europe, Asia, Africa, North and South America. Well, what's Australia?
Right.
That's 6 right there.
Right.
The 7th people try to add on is Antarctica.
Right. And kept them to the intent that of these some being planted of God until might serve thee. Salaki. Verse 43.
No, that's it. We good. We
Okay.
good. So I just wanted to bring up that slight portion right there, yo.
Right.
Excuse me. Okay, so with Hernan Cortez, and this is a whole nother article, y'all. It's too many reads, so I'm just abbreviating. Hernan Cortez, it was a Spanish conquistador, overthrew the Aztec Empire in 1519 through the 21st, and he also took over. Francisco Pizarro took over Panama, right the center of Panama, and took over the Incas. And Diego Almarillo took over Peru and they came straight from Spain. So that's where a lot of brothers and sisters get their Spanish from. Again, understand Hispanic, Hispanic and Native Indian. Y'all aren't Spanish people. We're the same. Just like me and this brother right here is in America. This is the English language we speak in. This is our native tongue.
Right.
Just like Spanish is not y'all native tongue.
Right.
So understand, you came from somewhere else. And you are those 12 tribes that actually came from or came through archery. That's who you are. So with this whole separation thing, there's no separation. Because in the scripture, it say we go into Egypt again by slave. There's another article I have that said that these people had stopped paying for indentured servants because it started becoming expensive. Those same indentured servants, they start refunding back their land and cattle and all that. Those people actually started doing their own thing, getting their own plot of land, starting their own businesses. So what they did, they put Hispanics into captivity, and then right around the time y'all was already going through captivity, we came through the transatlantic slave trade, and the Spaniard oppressor, started putting their hands in with the English oppressor, and that's how the blacks. So I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that one in 1 minute. So, it would be better if we had one more reader, But it's good. It's good. We got it. We got it. Throw it out.
No sweat.
So this is slavery in colonial Spanish America. Slavery in Spanish America was an economic and social institution which existed throughout the Spaniard Empire, including Spain itself. In the American territory, early Spanish monarchs put forth laws against enslaving indigenous people of the Americas. So we know that Mexicans were the indigenous.
Right.
The natives were indigenous.
Right.
I mean, the Jamaicans were indigenous to this land. So Queen Isabella outlawed the enslavement of Native Americans in the Spanish colonies of the New World. The New World was the world that mankind never dwelt. That's what the scriptures say.
Right.
So the newest world, the youngest nation or the youngest country that we all know is America. The New World, because she viewed the natives as subjects of the Spanish monarchy, while Spain displayed an early abolitionist stance towards the indigenous. Some instances of illegal Native American slavery continue to be practiced by rogue individuals. Now, when it came to the whole Civil War, North versus the South, because the North felt as if, the slaves can be free, but the South didn't want that. The Native Indians went through the same thing, the same exact thing, and they still didn't get restitution. They still didn't get refunded or nothing. All they got is the reservations and alcohol.
Right.
That's all they got.
Right.
These people went through the same exact thing. And why is that? Because the Irish got their land. The whole the mobsters, the battalions, they got the fire departments and
Right.
the ambulance and the police department. They got all their stuff.
Right.
The Germans, the Germans, they got all their stuff. What happened to Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians?
Right.
This is our land.
Right.
I mean, come on, black people built up everything. The Hispanics and Native Indians already own this land.
Right.
So where is our stuff?
Right.
So, all right, so where we at? Illegal native slavery continued to be practiced by rogue individuals. And your Donald Trumps, your Willie Lynches. I mean, if you really want to take it down, your T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollars.
Right.
The same people, Steve Harvey. It's no different. I mean, Samuel L. Look at Django. enroll individual, particularly under the new laws in 1543. So the new laws was to prevent exploitation and mistreatment. That's what it was supposed to be. But guess what? They still got exploited and they still got mistreated.
Right.
And I mean, still to this day, me and his brother right here can go outside and see a native Indian or Hispanic or a black man get beat down like a dog. Mm-hmm. And it's 2023, and they're talking about this in 15 something. All right, so I'm gonna skip down a little bit. Oh no, this is exactly where I need to be at. The Spanish Empire, however, was involved in the enslavement of people of African origin. So the people that actually so-called African or African American that came from Egypt, those are the people, the black people that live right now in modern day America. The Spanish slave master had their hands in when it came to the enslavement of African American men and women. Mm-hmm. There's no different. We were nothing but cream of the crop, man. I mean, that's it. Although the Spanish often depended on others to obtain enslavement Africans. Now let me read it again. Spanish often depended on others to obtain enslaved Africans and transport them across the Atlantic slave trade.
Right.
There we go. They work with me now. Across the Atlantic, the Spanish Empire was a major receipt of enslaved Africans. Boom. I mean, we're going to conclude that one.
Right.
Let me get that Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Mm-hmm. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Our sons and daughters will be given to another people. This happened in Egypt. This happened in Syria. This happened in America, South America. That our kids will be given to another people. And if you really think I'm lying, these Hispanic brothers and sisters is still down to what? At the borders, inside the cages.
Right.
Those are somebody's children. That's still what happened in the day. You got innocent brothers doing penitentiary time for crime they didn't even commit.
Right.
They didn't commit. I mean, look at Tory Lanez. He got 10 years for so-called shooting a woman in the foot, but then you got this Hamite Polite for groping a minor and doing, ill sexual things to her, and look what he got.
Right.
Our kids would be given to another people. Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
And how many mothers and fathers right now wondering each and day in and day out for the last it's 2 years since they've been on the borders? How many mothers and fathers still wonder if their son or daughter is alive? How many fathers really wonder if their daughter haven't been sexually abused?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How many mothers wonder if their son is still out here?
Right.
Like our kids will be given to another people, and those other people are the oppressors. Those other people are those pale skinned, blue eyed Caucasian.
Right.
That's who they are, man. And it been happening since the beginning of time. Right. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians live out these curses together. Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
There is no might. There is nothing your mother or father can say for a police officer not to shoot your son down. There is nothing that your mother or father can say that they cannot sell this whole American dream to your daughter and cause her not to be a whore.
Right.
There is nothing that your parents can say, man. Go ahead.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
We will only be oppressed and crushed always. Hold on, let me get this for his car real quick.
Okay.
I believe it's I hope I don't mess up. Genesis 49 and 14. God. We will be crushed and oppressed. Crushed and oppressed. Oppression is the lie of it. If you want to know what it is to be black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, be oppressed. If you want to know what it is to be us, not be able to pay your bills, man.
Right.
If you want to know what it feels to be us, be a single mother raising a bunch of children.
Right.
If you really want to know what it is to be oppressed as a man, Caucasian mister, as a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man or woman, have a woman that can't shut her mouth and you have no power or control over your house.
Right.
What does that do to the black, Hispanic, Native Indian community? What does it do? A Hispanic woman will work 12, 14, 16 hours a day, babysitting everything, and she's still over in Mexico, and she can't even pay her bills.
Right.
She can't.
Right.
And we look at the Isukrites and the Jamaicans when they come over here,
right.
and we be like, damn, they taking all our jobs. No, they understand what it is and how hard it is to work for 13 cents of pure hard labor.
Right.
And we what's the word I'm looking for? We take advantage of it.
Right.
We take advantage of not having to work hard.
Right.
Because we're so privileged by America. But it's going to be a day that's going to come to where we're going to have to work hard just like that again. And it starts within the school, man. And this is for Isupk. You know, for people who really don't think Spanish people are the chosen. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 14. Isupk is a strong ass.
A strong ass. If everybody knows, it's still to this day in Mexico, Isukrites also use the donkey, but a donkey is a hard working, just like Isukar is a hard worker.
Right.
And that ain't no insult. That is not an insult whatsoever. So don't take it as that. Don't let the oppressor tell you that being called an ass or a donkey is an insult, or your lips and nose is too big is an insult. No, that's beauty. That's strength, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Couching down between two burdens.
Crouching down between two burdens. Isukar, you know what your two burdens is? One burden is Mexico. And then the other burden is America, and you're crouching down between both of them. Right now, on the outskirts of over there with these babies that's in the cages, that's what you're crouching in between.
Right.
What the hell America doing, and how they're oppressing you, or you could go back home and live in hell,
right.
Or you could go work for the cartel, or you could be a female drug mule.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a lot. And he saw that the rest was good. And the land that was it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute.
Oh, I mean, that's right there.
Right.
The land was good. America's a great land, a great piece of work, ain't it?
Right.
And he saw the land was good and bowed his head. I mean, just homeless Isukar out here cleaning toilets.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing as picking cotton, if you want to be honest.
Cotton.
The way we look at cleaning toilets today
right.
is you put me back in the cotton field.
Right.
I mean, that's how I look at it.
Right.
If I got to clean a toilet behind truckers or public bathroom, I might well pick cotton.
Right. I mean, you're so right. It's Salakia. Like, I mean, you think about the wages that they pay Isukar when they come over here. You understand? The wages, like, is I mean, that's why they don't want you to get ahead. That's a way to not let you get ahead, is that they pay you the wages of nothing, basically.
Right.
You understand? That's why you see Isukar living in a household with 2 and 3 families in there. You understand? Because at the end of the day, yes, they know the value of life or value of, you know, being a family.
Right.
You understand? But America also knows that's what they're doing.
Right.
They're coming in this mud, and America knows that they're going to be shacking up 2 and 3 families. That means 3 men and 3 women possibly. And so if they bringing in big checks, I mean, if you give goddamn Isukar, you know, $20, $30 an hour, all 3 of them, oh, they fit to be balling. So they can't give them that.
Right.
They give them pennies so they can be living, you know, at the bottom and stay at the bottom.
Right. No, what that brother saying is heavy.
Right.
And I want to piggyback on what he's saying. And that's the spirit that we need to have, is like Isukar. Not saying they the only one that possess it.
Right.
But we need to have that spirit as American, you know, let me say Hellenists that's in America. Understand what they're going through. Just because they working that hard like that,
right?
We still in the same hell.
Right.
We just so damn prideful, and we ain't gonna clean the toilet. But guess what we are gonna do? We gonna go work 3 jobs.
Damn right.
That's what we gonna do. We rather sell drugs.
Right.
I mean, they humble about it.
Right.
But us as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, that's Hellenists in America, we think we're better. When our reality, we live in the same damn hell.
Right.
Jamaicans the same way. I mean, the West Indies same way.
Right.
They work hard.
Right.
2, 3 jobs, no issues. Come on, they humble. Right. But America got us sullied all the way down, watered down to where we think we better than the next portion of the nation. But our reality, I need them.
Right.
They need me.
Right.
I need her. She need him. He need her. We all need each other.
Right.
Because you know what the East Indians do? The East Indians are by that gas station. They'll go ahead and sign their lease for 6 months to a year, make all the money they got, and guess what they doing? They calling Abu overseas.
Right.
Hey, come over here and sign this lease.
Right.
And guess what they doing? While they coming to sign this lease, another one about to go on laundromat.
Right.
That's how they work.
Right.
But with our people, we want to be selfish.
Right.
We don't listen to the delivery. We're nothing.
Right.
We're nothing. We're not. We ain't.
Right.
And the reason why I say it is because we think we're better. Or us being prideful, we need to humble ourselves.
Damn right.
That's why we ain't worth a damn right now, because we're not humble.
Right.
Bow your damn neck, man.
Right. And Salaki, if I could,
Go ahead.
that's what the oppressor wanted us to do. They
Right.
wanted us to separate from each other.
Right.
You understand? They wanted us to be as individuals in this place, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we won't depend on brothers and sisters in the hood. You understand? We'll think we get a little job. You understand? We moving out the damn hood.
Right.
You understand? That's the first thing. Man, well, I was out of here as soon as I got that check. You understand? And that is what the oppressor is wanting us to do. He separates our families just the same way. He gives the woman the best job. Give the brothers, hey, you gonna sleep? You gonna work on the damn streets?
Right.
You gonna be the trash man. So you put the woman up in the damn in the office areas. She got her good job. She not going to look down for Reggie down there at waste management, and that was all designed, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to come back and understand that we need each other, man.
Right.
Salaki.
No, I mean that's heavy. Because the whole notion that they paint today is, oh, mama can't quit, daddy could quit. And for clarification, when it's talking about raising a household and this
Right.
and that. But then on the other side, when you really think about it, we both suffering.
Damn
because
right.
at the end of the day, the man can't quit regardless.
Damn
Because
right.
child support gonna come. He can't quit.
Damn
That
right.
ass going to jail.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean? Your son, you got sons. You can't quit.
Right.
The mama can't quit. She got to be a mother.
Right.
So at the end of the day, the best thing for us to do as a nation is come together.
Damn
I
right.
mean, simple as that.
Damn right.
No. And with that too, a lot of us don't understand that these certain terminologies that they give us is based off what we got or our landmass. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Hispanic, they was like I was telling earlier, they pick pickles, cotton, strawberries, grapes, beans. That's where on the East Coast, you call a Mexican a beaner. Watch your grill.
Right.
Watch your grill. That's the same thing as calling them a wetback.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't play that.
Right.
But then you got Puerto Ricans. They call them Puerto Rican when that just means rich poor. Where the European used to sell lumber, coal, metal, and oranges. You call the Puerto Ricans a damn port.
Right.
Rich port.
Right.
Then you got what? Who the other ones? Is it us?
Nah.
Cotton pickers. You know what I mean? Y'all call us all these terminology off of what we could provide or what you taking from us. So you got anything?
Oh no, Salaki. That right there is like when you line it up like that, it's like, damn man, like they the Bible, they the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
You understand? And if we don't wake up and realize like we are under attack, you know what I'm saying, just by words.
Right.
You understand? You said beaner and cotton picker and you know what I'm saying? Like we take those terms and we use them lightly. We listen to it and think, no sweat. But no, that's how they identify us.
Right.
That's how the damn African identify us. You understand? They call us akatas, mean cotton pickers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they laugh at us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got to start erasing some of these things, man, and start checking some of these damn people too, bro.
You're damn right.
God.
Damn right. And that's my thing too. And we're gonna have to sidebar real quick.
God.
And I'm glad you said that because it's a lot of brothers, Judites specifically.
Right.
Mexicans, I'm not going to give them leeway, but they might not know no better.
Right.
But Judite brothers, black man, Negroes, when they allowed these, they had these Caucasian homeboys, and just cause you know us behind the camera, hey man,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
God.
But just cause there's a white boy in the group, that give him free leeway to say it.
Right.
Because when you and your white boys step across, when it comes to some real brothers,
Right.
and he say that amongst us, now we looking at it like you the problem too.
Damn right.
You should be charged for the same reason why he's saying it.
Yeah.
Because you allowing that.
Right.
You in a joint hand in hand, just like the scriptures say.
Damn right.
The unrighteous won't go unjudged.
Hell no. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you so right. You know what I'm saying? We got to show our people they transgressions.
Right.
You understand? Like that is out of line and out of pocket for anybody to disrespect your people.
Right.
You understand? And especially for Israel, like now that we know we Israel, ain't nobody disrespecting.
Damn right.
You understand? Like these brothers is in the world, so they just getting along to try to get along. Right. Like not here, like not in here, like can't come in here. You understand? And you definitely don't want to get out of line and out of pocket with it. You understand? So you know what I'm saying? Select it.
No, you good.
Yeah.
Let me see where I'm gonna hit real quick.
Come.
So all right. So in 1492 to 1900, everybody know about 1492, so I ain't getting into it. 2.5 to 5 million indigenous slaves were owned by Europeans in the Western Hemisphere, meaning America.
Right.
And there was million more that were just retained but not recorded. So now when we say, oh, you know, the devil is the oppressor, do mind, we had 99 million slaves that was killed. What, 77 million Indians?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were killed. So understand, that's a portion of that number right there. We all, I'm just syncing it all together, letting you know we all went through it, but at a different time. Y'all just left when y'all left, so a lot sooner than us. But Judah and damn Benjamin being some hard-headed knuckleheads, look where we at.
Right.
We met right up. Right. And if you really want to break it down, for a lot of people that been in the penitentiary, a lot of y'all get locked up. Right. And y'all see the homeboy from back in the day be like, yo, hey, boy, I ain't seen you in a minute. That's what we going through right now. Right. We ain't seen each other in a minute, but we still locked the hell up together. So we still locked up together. Right. You don't hear no oppressor talking about overseas, no Irish talking, no Russian talking about, hey. No, it's not like that. Right. So let's bring me to my next article. And, I'm gonna shorten it up, for time's sake. Or no, this is a continuation. So Spanish slavery in America diverged from the European powers, in that it took on an early abolitionist stance toward. I think I just read that. Oh no, I did. It's like Spanish slavery in the Americas diverged from other European powers in that it took on an early abolitionist stance towards Native American slavery. Although it did not directly partake in transatlantic slave trade, enslaved black people were sold throughout the Spanish Empire, particularly in Caribbean territories. So now, who are in the Caribbeans? The people that's in the Caribbeans are the Jamaicans, the actual Caribbean brothers. You know what I'm saying? The Virgin Islands, if I'm not mistaken. The Bahamas. Those are all the Caribbeans. And all those fall right up under Benjamin. All of them people follow right under Benjamin. So let me proceed. Because I'm just a black man, I don't know nothing. Right. That's it. During the colonial period, Spanish territories were the most extensive and wealthiest in the Americas. Since Spaniards themselves were barred by the crown from participating in the Atlantic slave trade, the right to export in these territories, known as Sitio de Negros, was a major foreign policy objective of other European powers, sparking numerous European wars, such as the War of Spanish Succession. So, yeah, man, we all the same people, man. I mean, that's all I can say. We all the same people. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. We can't get away from it or nothing like whatsoever. What's that precept?
Which one you want?
I mean, you can start from the top, man.
Which one? Isupk?
Oh no, you can just start from the top. The one on the list.
Oh, Deuteronomy 28.
While this brother getting that, I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading on the slavery. The sugar plantation in Antigua in 1823. Planters embraced the use of slaves mainly because indentured labor became expensive. Such indentured servants were also leaving to start their own farms as land was widely available. Colonists in the Americas tried using Native Americans for labor, but they were susceptible to European disease and died in large numbers. So we know what smallpox did. Right. We know why the Lord sending what's this variant going around? I keep
talking about
COVID.
COVID.
We know why the Lord sent it.
Right.
Because the oppressor is wicked. I mean, come on.
Right.
So, and died in large number. The plantation owners were then turned to enslaved Africans for labor. In 1665, there were fewer than 500 Africans in Virginia, but 1750, 85% of those 235,000 slaves in the 13 colonies lived in the southern colonies. Okay, that's it. Let me know when you're ready.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
That was 32? Or you go to 33.
33. For the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away.
So we don't know the nation. Read that part. Nation eat up.
So, verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not.
So this nation we don't know is the European man. This is a nation we don't know none of this stuff.
Right.
Go ahead.
Eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away always.
So this nation we don't know, we should only be oppressed and only be crushed.
Right.
That's it, man. It don't matter how much money you got. Look at R. Kelly. What happened to Michael Jackson? I mean, who had the allegations? Was it Kobe with them allegations?
Right.
Well, I mean, all these allegations. I mean, you got Ray Rice. You got the Hernandez that used to play for the Patriots. It doesn't matter how much money you got, whatsoever.
Right.
We are crushed. We are oppressed.
Right.
Come on. I mean, explain. Go ahead.
You want me to go to verse 34?
Let me just hear it. Probably don't need it.
So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs.
All right, no, we good. So now we're going to go up to 15 and just rig them on in.
Okay. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So all this time that we felt as if being a Catholic, being a Christian, smoking weed and believing in Mother Mary, if we're not going to hearken to the Lord, this is what's going to happen.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To do all of them. Go ahead.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the curses we live in right now is leading into penitentiary. Black and Hispanics and Native Indians hate each other and don't even know who they are. I mean, we going through hell in our household, on our job,
right,
when it comes to financing, psychologically, physically. I mean, mentally, like that's the curses that we go through, man. Go ahead.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
Curse will be in the city. George Floyd had a goddamn knee on his neck.
Right.
He had a knee on his neck. What's the other brother name? Trayvon Martin got shot down by a grown ass heathen.
Right.
A grown heathen.
Right.
And come on, a young boy. Right now, that could have been my little brother in the school. Go ahead.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
In the field. Yeah, I've seen these movies where this woman get, sexually abused.
Right.
Brothers getting hung in these trees in the field. Back in the 16, 17, 1800s. Hell, back in the 60s.
Right.
Hell, last year, off I-40.
Right.
It's still happening. Go ahead.
Curse shall thy basket and thy store.
We don't have no store. We don't, and I'm so glad you pulled that precept, bro. I'm so glad you pulled that precept. Salakia.
Let's go.
Salakia. I've been waiting to use this one. No lie. Oh, you can hold that?
Done.
But let me get Deuteronomy 14 and 21.
Done.
Curse is our basket in the store, man.
Right.
We don't have a store, man.
Right.
We got these mom and pop shop these little rinky-dink barber shops,
Right.
you know, these little weed shops, you know what I'm saying, selling hair and making plates and drugs out of these Section 8. I mean, that's not a store, man.
Right.
These stores, when these multi-million-dollar franchises like Target, Walmart, Shell,
Right.
7-Eleven,
Right.
I mean, Amazon, look at him.
Con.
He starts selling books
Right.
out of a garage.
Right.
And look at him now. Look at him now.
Right.
Who the other dude that owned Twitter?
Oh, you talking
With
about
Tesla.
damn, what's that damn devil's name? Damn, what's that devil's
but
name?
him,
Yeah,
the guy
him.
who owned Tesla.
Right.
I mean, owning a hotel like Donald Trump.
Right.
That's a store.
Damn
that's
right.
a job.
Right.
And I'm not knocking any of y'all that got to start from somewhere.
Right.
But understand that we are great people. Everything that I just named, you built it.
Damn right.
That store, that building belongs to you.
Damn
You
right.
know why you can't have it? It's because you don't want to listen to the Lord and you don't want to do what you have to do as far as his family for all of us to be able to have that.
Con. Elon Musk. Like,
Elon Musk.
The water.
That's why we don't have that.
Right.
Because everybody individual.
Right.
Worry about they self.
Right.
Worry about this and that.
Right.
Seek ye the goddamn kingdom first.
Damn right.
That's how you get it. You want to have a yacht, pay your tithes and get in class and help out that brother.
Damn
help
right.
out that sister.
Damn
Your yacht
right.
to be here next year. Go ahead.
Like what we said, Deuteronomy 14.
In 21.
Con. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
So we shouldn't be eating all of this stuff that die of diseases. You know what I'm saying? All these so-called GMOs and all this other nasty stuff. Go ahead.
Thou shalt give it unto the stranger.
We should give it to the stranger. You know how Elam, you go in the East Indian store, they give you rotten bananas and overprice you. Old pork pig skins, they overprice you. You know, meat that's already going old, a
Right.
week old,
Right.
and they overprice you.
Right.
Go ahead.
That is in thy gates,
Uh-huh.
that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien.
So an alien is a stranger. An alien is a heathen.
Right.
An alien is somebody that's not black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Right.
Because right now, as we speak, our people get sold that stuff. A bundle of bananas, some old bananas for $4.
Right.
We get sold that. And the Lord said we'll be able to sell them that old garbage like they sold it to us.
Right.
The same way, and guess what? It's right. It's right.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people.
But we are separate people.
A holy people.
Exactly. That's why the Lord said, eat a lamb without blemish.
Right.
Eat that perfect lamb. Not no lamb that's dying because of rabies or a sickness. You eat that pure food.
Right.
You eat that good stuff, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk. I'm going to drop that.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's it. Oh no, go ahead. I think it's like just like a little hair more.
Verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe in all
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
increase.
it.
Con.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I just
that's
wanted to
it.
bring that out,
Right.
Because I had to bring down these curses to let y'all know when it comes to these stores and stuff like that.
Right.
We don't own these stores.
Right.
But the same stores we go into and we get served that garbage. Understand when you get your store,
Right.
it's gonna be right.
Right.
So don't be humble about it.
Right.
Don't be all passionate and compassionate like we are. Always want to turn the other cheek. Sell that goddamn heathen and brown ass bananas.
Damn right.
Simple as that.
Damn
that
right.
old piece of ground beef that got a little pink left.
Right.
Telling you better cook it now. It'll go bad tomorrow.
Con.
You give it to them. Them Chinese people that selling that all that
Right.
garbage in there, them raw noodles, tell them hurry up and buy.
Right.
You don't want to buy it, be going.
Right.
Simple as that.
Right.
It is right.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, you right. You
go ahead.
you so right, huh? You understand? Like we got to start treating them as they treat us. You understand? We got to start walking around like we are the chosen damn people.
Right.
You understand? Like act like it.
Right.
You understand? Start treating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen, man. Treat your damn self.
Goddamn right.
You understand? We know we the best on the damn planet Earth. Start
Right.
walking around and start acting like it.
Damn
Stop
right.
trying to give all the damn love to the damn heathen.
Right.
They don't love you.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with us, man?
Right.
Slakia.
And you're not wrong. And let me just simplify it even more.
Right.
When we go to a barbecue,
Right.
every Negro say who made the potato salad.
Right.
Why is it raisins in it?
Right.
You asking because you want to know who. So keep that same spirit
Right.
when it comes to these heathens.
Right.
Ask them who made the potato salad.
Right.
And when it's time for them to ask who made the potato salad,
Right.
you make sure you raise your hand.
Right.
Because that's what they deserve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what they deserve. Not a damn thing.
Right.
You understand? I like when you said, hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry, I feel sorry for your mother.
Oh, God. Salakia. All right, let's see. Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Cursed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
All right, we good. Yeah, we about to just roll them all the way down. Let me you could jump to 68.
68, come.
And we got one more after that. I'll close up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Okay. So Egypt is a Greek word that just means slavery.
Right.
We came out of Egypt. That was the first captivity.
Right.
And now we brought into Egypt again by ships.
Right.
Hispanic and Native Indian man and woman, y'all were brought to the Americas before the blacks were brought to America.
Right.
You were brought into slavery again as bondmen and bondwomen.
Right.
And we met back up later in the years as bondmen and bondwomen. We back into slavery. I mean, you can even look at how America, structured.
Right.
They try to use the pyramid. You got pyramids, I think in Nevada or New Mexico. Then you got some in Chicago. Then you got some in damn California.
Right.
I mean, come on. The whole phallic or a different word, I'm gonna call it a rod, a man's rod over there in Washington D.C.
Right.
All that stuff come from Egypt. All of that. I mean, what else? What else they got over in Egypt?
I mean, homosexuality, but
I mean, homosexuality. Let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
I mean, they got that. I mean, everything.
Everything.
I mean, the structure. I mean, America got damn near their whole layout how to enslave Hebrews from the Egyptians.
Right.
I mean, birthdays, they adopt everything from over there.
I mean, if you look at the back of the dollar, I mean, they got the pyramid on the back of the dollar. I mean, everything. Listen, every captivity that we have been through, they use some of those things that we go through today. You understand? I mean, the only thing that we kept in down Egypt, if we knew who we was.
Right.
Like, we knew we was Israelites. You understand? And that's the problem. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing that this damn animal over here, which is the damn oppressor, did to us, was split us up and take away our nationality.
Right.
That was the coldest part about it. That was cold. You understand? It's locked.
And I'm glad you made that point, because they need to hear that.
Right.
And on that point, I know somebody's asking, well, if we all look like Africans, how we get caught? This is how we got caught.
Right.
Let's exempt skin color.
Right.
We dressed different when we were at that time. When we were in Egypt, with Africa, we had different traditions and customs that we stood out. We didn't walk around naked.
Yeah.
We had our hair different. We spoke a different language. We just had a different vibe to us. We ate different.
Right.
So it's just like being in America when you, as a Hebrew Israelite, when people ask you certain things, they ask you so many questions pertaining to, oh, is that what you do? Is that how you do it?
Right.
And that's how we were able to be put into captivity, because we stood out differently.
Right.
The skin color doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's the actions. It's the spirit.
Right. No, you're so right. That was right, man. Verse 68. I'm going to start at the top. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So, I'm sorry, so like I say it again. So, back in 2nd Ezra, I think it's 13 and 40,
right,
with a Hispanic and Native Indians, the 10 tribe, when y'all came over here, y'all was sent across the water.
Right.
On that ship. That's where y'all was sent across.
Right.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
You should be sold to your enemies, bondmen and bondwomen. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you.
Right.
So, that brother, you go ahead and drop that and relax. I got one more little portion of the article, and I'm gonna let everybody go. Let me go ahead and tell y'all real quick. This is the closing of the Day of Atonement.
Right.
I know it was a hard fight for a lot of people that just came into it.
Damn right.
I know it was a hard fight for a lot of us. Don't matter if you was here 5, 10, 20 years. It's a fight. And the Lord has us do these things to what was the term? Afflict our soul.
Afflict your soul.
Afflict our soul. You have to understand that right there is a portion of fight.
Right.
Because everybody knows your mind goes where your body goes.
Right.
And if your body was the wind, you would have been cut off. So that was important. The Lord wanted us to suffer and fight through it.
Right.
Because like Commander General Yohana, so like General Hyman brought out, if you was on a island and there was nothing to eat, what's going to give you that drive to survive and continue to live is you knowing I have to eat, I have to drink.
Right.
So that was the purpose of Day of Atonement. And a lot of people think we crazy. You'll find out in the last days.
Damn right.
You'll find out.
Right.
Because there's a lot of y'all right now that smoke weed. Y'all wouldn't be able to starve for a day. A lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, do this and that, y'all wouldn't be able to. A lot of y'all that like shrimp, crab, and lobster would not be able to afflict your soul and starve for one day.
Right.
No water either. You couldn't do it. I promise. And you be struggling. You be struggling. You
Right.
be walking in on your hands and knees.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could, I'm just going to read it real quick. The book of Leviticus chapter 23, and we're going to start at 26. Mm-hmm. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, thou shalt be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 28, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whosoever shall it be that shall not be afflicted. Let me read that again.
Right.
For whosoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to read that because you got to understand how important it was back then too.
Right.
You understand? You'll be cut off from your damn people if you didn't go through this.
Right.
That's how important these high holy days is. Like you'll be cut. I would never want to be cut off from my people, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even know how it feels not to holler at my brothers or, you know, have a gathering with my sisters. You know what I'm saying? So being, you know, in the truth, man, you know, this Day of Atonement, man, yeah, it's rough, but you got to know who you doing it for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You doing it for the Lord because the Lord say to do it. Number one. And then you got to know it's the thousands of brothers and sisters going through it together with you today. Right. You understand? So right now we doing it as a family, man. And it's so powerful to even think of it like that. Don't think about, oh, I'm hungry or I'm thirsty. You understand? Think of you doing something because, listen, it's going, like you said, it's going to come a time. It's going to come a time when everybody's got to be hungry one time or be hungry, you understand, or be thirsty. You're going to have to be able to fight through that. It's lucky.
No, I mean, that's right, man, because, right. I mean, the way everything going right now, you know, how they killed what? It was all them cows. It was just cows a few months ago that got wiped out. God. Just imagine, for some of y'all that choose not to fast or just want to fast off of what you want to fast off of, it'll come a day, just imagine chicken wings is gone.
Right.
Chicken wings is gone. I mean, just think about it. You know, think about certain things that's going rice or beans or potatoes. Right. People will go crazy, man. And if you ain't practicing and afflicting yourself right then, when that time comes, you bound to sell your behind for it. Bound to goddamn give up your house and all your firearms just for 2 scoops of grits. Right. For 2 scoops of grits. Right. You got to go through that, man. And it builds character. It does. It builds hella character. God. You know. All right, I'm gonna read this last article. We're gonna go ahead and close out. All right, I mean, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. All right, enslaved Africans in Latin America. The African influence on Latin America culture is deeply rooted and can. Now, before I continue, everybody know Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians run the music system, the cooking, the dancing, the fashion, the beauty, the look, the sex appeal, and everything. But this article is going to tell you something. Enslaved Africans in Latin America. The African influence on Latin America culture is deeply rooted and can be seen in various aspects, such as music, dance, religion, crusade. Despite the harsh condition of slavery, African slaves were able to preserve their cultural traditions. By the first decade of the 16th century, they were commonly participating in Spain's military expeditions. Because most slaves were baptized upon arrival to the New World, the Catholic Church did come to the defense of slavery. So the Latinos is the Catholic ones. Right. You got a select few, you know, Judites, you know, dark black people that was Catholic. The Catholic Church accepted Africans as God's children, which what led to slaves being baptized. The Catholic Church mandated marriage between slaves in Latin America. This treatment of slaves differs greatly from the United States treatment of slaves because the United States marriage between slaves was outlawed. So what they were basically doing at that time is how they do nowadays. Sleep with them, but y'all ain't married. We gonna go ahead and what? We gonna cause a breeding farm.
Right.
Y'all ain't married. I'll take your wife, sleep with her, and pass her over to Mississippi somewhere.
Right.
That's all they did, man.
Yeah.
But we gonna go ahead and break this last precept down. We're gonna close out.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust the man who put you in slavery. Never trust the man who hanged you. The man who sexually abused you, who took your children. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So iron is gonna rust regardless if it's wet or dry. The air is gonna make iron rust. Water is gonna make iron rust. It's going to happen. It's guaranteed.
Right.
Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Beware of him. He's crouching. He acting like a lion, man. Take heed and beware of him. That $2,500 Donald Trump was giving us in 2020, 2021, where is it now?
Right.
Where is it now?
Right.
That same $2,500 brothers and sisters got from Donald Trump.
Right.
A brother probably, most likely, a brother got locked up behind that $2,500 on the re-up. Come on. That's what happened.
Right.
That $2,500 a brother that had, a sister that got paid off of dozens of times for selling her body.
Right.
Where's that money now? They did that just to pacify you, just temporarily, man.
Right.
And now look where we at now. We don't have any black movements now.
Right.
Black Lives Matter was last year. What's the new movement now? Nothing. There's no movement out now.
Right.
You're quiet. Go ahead.
Salaki. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast whipped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Salaki. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let...
So don't let the oppressor stand by you, man. He gonna give you slick words and smooth words, and guess what's gonna happen? He gonna overthrow your ass and take your place.
Right.
Just like how we got fringes. We wear fringes. Real Israelites wear fringes on their pants.
Right.
But you know who just overthrown this whole custom and made it into a fashion? Moab.
Right.
Put fringes on it.
Right.
You know a lot of these rappers out here, yeah, they Israel, but where they get these fringes, this idea from?
Right.
These fashion designers.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right.
Come on. Go ahead.
And Salakian, he said he stand up in thy place. I mean, damn, what you call a $5 Indian? I mean, he just took his damn place. You know, I'm Native American. I'm Cherokee. You understand? And you ain't nothing but a damn devil. You know what I mean? Salakian.
And that's it, even with Scarface. And
right.
I love bringing this one out.
Right.
That was a damn Italian, I believe. And he made it seem like Cubans or whatever nationality is supposed to play. He used himself to portray us as drug dealers when they the biggest drug dealers.
Right.
They stood in our place and painted an image of what they do on our people.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, Salakia. Salakia.
That might be it.
Stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
No, let's talk about Jack Daniel real quick. Jack Daniel was a black man.
Right.
I mean, is a black man. But guess who's the face of Jack Daniel now? If somebody say they drink Jack Daniel, if we don't know any better,
right.
When we say we drink Jack Daniel,
right.
Subconsciously black people think
white
whiskey, number 7, white boy.
Yeah.
That's just what we think.
God.
Because we're ignorant to it and we allow these people to stand up in our position.
Right.
You know, and Uncle Dearest, I mean, but he's a black man, ain't nobody take over, but it's but a matter of time.
Right.
It's but a matter of time.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
The charmer. That charmer, now imagine like y'all see, I ain't call it, them dot heads.
Right.
They got the little snake right here.
Right.
And I'm the charmer, how they be on the little flute. You know, go ahead.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast?
So that serpent bitten charmer, the charmer is the one who controlled the serpent. I mean, who's gonna pity the charmer?
Right.
I mean, we trying to charm the serpent,
right?
And the serpent already know it's in my nature to bite.
Damn right. Good. No, that's it on that.
Yeah. Shoot, man, you got anything else?
Let me see, Salakia. I just want to bring this precept out right here. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. It says, this is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out here. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Right.
You understand? We got to understand that we have a duty out here as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We got to remember that we still in damn captivity out here.
Damn right.
You understand? We walking around all willy-nilly, all comfortable, and everything is all right. But the damn adversary is out here still picking us off one by one. You understand? Separating us every damn day. Right? Taking us away from our God. You understand? So you got to understand, man, we in the war still out here. You understand? That's why we here. That's why the Isupk and the Commander General Yohana is here.
Damn right.
That's it.
Man, that brother, he done closed it out. Damn. But listen, man, this class was very important to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really coming in a lot more contact with Hispanic brothers and sisters.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And it's genuine, from school to being in the world.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just our duty to have our people reunite.
Mm-hmm.
Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, there ain't no difference between us other than the tribe we come from and the styles of food and dance. That's the only, and that's little stuff that don't even matter.
Right.
Because we cook ribs good, y'all make tacos good.
Damn right.
Y'all make beans good, goddamn, they make corn on the cob good.
Right.
I mean, so it ain't no different, man. You know, and man, gather yourself together, man. Zephaniah 2 and 1.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the oppressor is not going to allow us to succeed at all. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, we are all we have.
Right.
That is it. That is it. And if anybody believes otherwise, whether it's your mother, father, sister, brother, they're against you.
Right.
Because explain and show and tell what has their thought process done for our community, and look at where we are now.
Right.
But with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, we teach the truth of the Bible. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible. We ain't affiliated with no Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization. And we the home of the truth, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And pay your tithes, man.
Damn right.
Shalom.